Good evening and welcome to the University of St. Francis in Joliet, Illinois for tonight's CCAC basketball game between the Fighting Saints of St. Francis and the Trinity Christian College Trolls. My name is Terry Bonadonna. On the call for today's game as the Saints look for their sixth straight win. They come in at 5-2, 3-0 in conference and ranked 7th in the nation. Trinity Christian, though hot on their heels, they are also unbeaten at 3-0 in conference. 5-3 overall, winners of 4 consecutive games, including a big win against number 11 at the time, Cardinal Stritch, their last time out. Saints are in gold, the Trolls are in gray, and they're at center court and ready to begin this thing. Paige Gieske loses the tip to Lauren Stokes, make that Selena Wanta on the tip, and we are underway with Trinity Christian in possession of the ball going from left to right here in the first half. This is Stokes on the dribble drive and kicking it outside to Katie Moran. Jessica Bianchi in the corner, making her first start of the season. More on her in a little bit. Ali Giampapa, step back three-pointer, rims out, and the rebound goes to Gieske, who wants to push it. Gieske slows it down across the timeline and now gives it up to Kamari Jordan. Jordan down into the corner to Nicole Davidson. Quick double team across to Ivana Markovic. Good ball movement. This is Caitlin Aylward trapped in the corner. She's lost her dribble, needs some help, and she finds Markovic up top. Kamari Jordan drives, kicks it into the corner for Davidson. 5 on the shot clock. Markovic to Jordan. Has to try the deep three. No, but she's fouled. As the shot clock is expiring, a foul called to send Kamari Jordan to the free throw line for 3 shots. A big mistake right there committed by Ali Giampapa. The game's first foul, and the Saints looking for the game's first points from the line. Jordan hits the first. Look at the starters for today's game. I think all of them have been mentioned already by this point. I'll run through them once more just the same as she makes her second. For the visitors from Trinity Christian, the guards are Jessica Bianchi and Lauren Stokes. Bianchi again making her first start, in fact her first appearance of the season as Jordan knocks down all 3. The forwards are Ali Giampapa and Selena Wanta, or I should say and Katie Moran, with Selena Wanta playing center today. This is Trinity Christian basketball, and it's Bianchi in some trouble. Back outside, this is Bianchi thinking about the 3, starts to drive, guarded well by Kamari Jordan, kicks it outside. This is Wanta. 3-pointer is good. We're tied at 3. Starters for the Fighting Saints today at guard, as usual, Ivana Markovic and Kamari Jordan. Front court features Paige Gieske, Caitlin Aylward, and Nicole Davidson. 5 regulars for the University of St. Francis. They have started all 8 games this season. Nicole Davidson throws it away, taken by Katie Moran. Moran dribbles to the right side and pulls it out. Off to Bianchi and over to the left side. This is Giampapa. Giampapa, the team's leading scorer, just about 15 points per game, knocks down the long 2. Trinity Christian takes their first lead. It's 5-3. Ali Giampapa, junior from Bartlett, Illinois. Transferred over here from Olivet Nazarene. Near steal against the trap, but Kamari Jordan gets it, drives to the hoop, partially blocked, rebounded by Caitlin Aylward, back up and in. We're tied at 5. Nice job by Kamari Jordan to put the pressure on the Trinity Christian defense there. And Caitlin Aylward sticks with it on the back end of the play, following the miss with a shot of her own, and quickly responding, Trinity Christian gets the 3. That's Giampapa, who's got 8 points already in the game. Score so far, Giampapa 8, St. Francis 5. Here's Markovic. Very aggressive defense for Trinity Christian. Jordan inside the paint, kicks it out to an open shooter. Aylward from the corner ties it. Caitlin Aylward's got 5 points in the early going, and just 3 minutes into the game, we've got an 8-8 score. Very fast-paced start to this one, with both teams knocking down the shots. Moran off to the right side, Stokes. Lauren Stokes dribbles it up top, picked up by Aylward. Drive from Bianchi, stripped by Aylward. Loose ball picked up by Kamari Jordan. And St. Francis forces the turnover. Here on the other end, it's Nicole Davidson getting the feed, blocked from behind. She gets it back up and in. Lauren Stokes blocked the shot, but Davidson did not give up. She stuck with the play, the entire way and ends up with her first 2 points. The Saints lead 10-8. Stokes on the drive, getting the handoff, lays it up but misses. Good give and go there between Stokes and Wanta, but Stokes couldn't finish. Jordan for 3, off to the right. Rebound to Trinity. Bianchi on the right wing, outside. Kamari Jordan's giving her a lot of room, and she will not risk the shot. Dribbling it on the outside, she passes to her left. Stokes lobs it inside for Wanta, going up against Davidson, off the glass, no. Rebounded by Aylward. Both teams were hitting everything a few minutes ago, and now the offenses for the last few possessions have gone cold. Markovic over to Jordan. Jordan quickly double teamed, she travels. Trinity Christian using a very tight trap defense. Every time somebody catches it on the perimeter, they're getting double teamed immediately. And that time they were able to force the turnover as Kamari Jordan got happy feet. 5:20 to play, first quarter. 10-8, Saints over the Trolls. Here's Wanta, blocked by Nicole Davidson. Kaylin Aylward over pursued on the pass. Wanta apparently had a free path to the basket, but Davidson comes over from the weak side and smacks it away. Now it's the Saints on offense. Markovic. Off to Gieske, who tries the 3. It's perfect. Paige Gieske has her first 3 points of the game. 4 of 5 Saints are on the scoreboard now, and St. Francis has their largest lead at 5 points. Trinity Christians come up empty their last 3 times down the floor, make it 4 in a row as Caitlin Aylward comes away with another steal. Aylward has really made that a big part of her game on defense. She's got quick hands. That's officially her first steal, but she had a strip earlier that led to a Kamari Jordan takeaway. Gieske's pass inside is deflected, but poked out to a wide-open Kamari Jordan, who hits the 3. Jordan's got 6 points to lead the Saints scores in the early going. And St. Francis is on a 11-0 run here. Drive, fadeaway jumper, falls. Allie Giampapa has been awfully good whenever she's gotten her hands on the ball. That was a pretty shot from short range. That ends the run. Giampapa's got all 10 of the Trolls' points. Markovic into the corner, wide open, Aylward for 3. Not this time. The Saints have been hot shooting from the outside in the first quarter, but Aylward misses the open one that time around. Deep 3-pointer off the mark from Kelsey Foster. Rebounded by Paige Gieske. Gieske gets those rebounds. She likes to run. She's inside the 3-point arc, steps back, passes to Kamari Jordan. Open 3, too strong. Offensive rebound, Nicole Davidson, back up and in. Nicole Davidson's got 4 points tonight. Both of her field goals came the exact same way following a missed shot. The first time it was her own miss. This time Kamari Jordan misses the 3. Davidson rebounds and puts it in, and Trinity Christian calls a 30-second timeout. Good start for St. Francis, 3:14 to play first quarter, 18-10 in favor of the home team. They were down early 8-5, went on an 11-0 run behind some hot shooting from the outside and some good offensive rebounding as well. In particular, Nicole Davidson has those 2 putbacks. Saints have 3 offensive rebounds overall, and they've turned those 3 offensive rebounds into 6 points. In fact, each one of those offensive boards has turned into an easy layup. Saints are 6 of 11 shooting overall so far tonight, getting 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. Steve Brooks got to be very happy with the way this game has started for his team against a red-hot Trinity Christian squad, winners of 4 in a row, including an upset victory over number 11, Cardinal Stritch, their last time out. Cardinal Stritch has dropped in the polls since that loss. They also lost to St. Francis, still an impressive victory. Trinity Christian back in control of the basketball here. Davidson reaches her hand in, trying for the steal. Knocked out of bounds and last touched by the Saints. It'll stay with Trinity, but with only 7 on the shot clock. Brianna Toppin came in during the timeout. She'll inbound here. Toppin bounces it to the far side. Shot blocked by Kamari Jordan. Jordan's got 6 points so far. She gives it up to Markovic, over to Gieske. In the corner, Nicole Davidson wings it across court. Jordan baseline jumper is good from 2-point range. About 14 feet out. Jordan's got 8, and the team's got a 10-point lead, doubling up. Trinity Christian at 20-10. Stokes over to Toppin. Around the screen to the left side, right back to Stokes. Stokes steps back, thinks about the shot, passes to her left instead. Shot clock under 10. Here's a drive, putting it up in the lane. A miss from Wanta. Jordan over to Markovic. Markovic holds on the left side and pulls it up top. Under 2 minutes to play, first quarter. Markovic, left wing. This time she tries to take the open three. It's off the mark, and the long rebound goes to Trinity. Moran steps into a three. Short. That was Giampapa rather than Moran. Giampapa still the only player to score for Trinity. That may be about to change as a steal for Wanta turns into a layup on the other end. Selena Wanta's got her first 2. Turnover leads to points. That's been one of the major keys in today's game, turnovers, but most of the time it's been St. Francis's defense forcing them. This time it's Trinity Christian who capitalizes. Davidson, 2-pointer off the side of the backcourt. Not a good-looking shot right there from the far corner. Here come the Trolls trying to tighten this thing up considerably. Stokes bounces it to the right elbow, gets it back. Free throw line jumper, short. May have been blocked by St. Francis, and the rebound does go to the Fighting Saints. Nicole Davidson comes out of the fray with it. Aylward with under a minute to play in the quarter. Gets it back from Kamari Jordan. Over to Jordan, right wing. Jordan's taking a couple of threes. They step up close on her and steal it. Taken away by Trinity. Trying to go coast to coast. Stokes is tied up with Caitlin Aylward. The possession arrow goes to St. Francis. Aylward again with those quick hands. Reaches in on Lauren Stokes. Gets her hand atop the ball. Forces the tie-up and the turnover. Saints make a couple of substitutions for the first time. Maddie Kennedy is in, along with Andriana Acosta. 10-second difference between the shot and game clocks. This will probably be the Saints' last offensive possession. Nice move by Caitlin Aylward underneath, but she misses the shot, gets her own rebound, and scores it again. Another offensive rebound doing some more damage for the Fighting Saints. And now just 13 seconds to play in the quarter. Trinity will try to get one more on the board. Wanta fires it inside, kicked back out for 3. Way off from Toppin and out of bounds. St. Francis will have exactly 2 seconds to get one more shot off and extend their 10-point lead. Ivana Markovic into Kamari Jordan. She'll take a couple of dribbles and fire up a long shot. Wouldn't have counted if it went. So the first quarter comes to a close. A dominant first period for St. Francis. They really shot the ball well. After 10 minutes of play, 22-12. Fighting Saints on top. I'll take a break. Back with the second quarter in just a minute. Second quarter coming your way. St. Francis leads Trinity Christian 22-12. Saints in that first period shot 50%, 8 of 16. Trinity Christian just 5 of 15. 4 turnovers committed by St. Francis, 3 for Trinity Christian. The biggest difference, and this has not been a huge surprise, rebound. Fighting Saints 14-4, out-rebounding Trinity Christian. Saints have 4 offensive rebounds, and they've turned those into 8 second chance points. And in a 10-point game, those 8 pretty big right now. Entering play today, Trinity Christian has been out-rebounded by an average of 12 per game. It's incredible they've had as much success as they have, but they really rely on their outside shooting to pick up for the lack of any inside presence. And so far haven't had as many opportunities, as Ivana Markovic is called for a quick foul, bumping Ali Giampapa right at the start of the second period. First foul on Markovic, amazingly, it's the team's first foul of the game. Trinity Christian committed a foul on their first defensive possession, and they haven't committed one since, so it's been very clean so far. Brianna Toppin drives around Maddie Kennedy and lays it in. Nice drive and easy finish. Trolls are with an 8. Markovic over to Kennedy in the corner. Aylward up top. Markovic right side. Kamari Jordan back up top. Ivana Markovic 16 to shoot. Dribbles once. Passes into the corner. Aylward arcing 3 is good. Kaylin Aylward has really added that to her game this year. Much more confident shooting from the outside. She knocks down a 3-pointer here. The second time she's done that today. And she's the first Saint in double figures with 10 points. At the free throw line, jumper from Moran misses, and the rebound chased down by the point guard Ivana Markovic. Immediately gives it up to Kamari Jordan to walk it down the floor. Aylward thought about another 3, this time quickly harassed by 2 defenders. Off to Maddie Kennedy, now right side, 3-pointer, Kamari Jordan in and out. Jordan got a clean look and a good release. Just couldn't quite get it to fall. 11-point lead St. Francis, 8.5 minutes to play in the first half. Step back 3-pointer from Giampapa, no good. She was hot early. She has cooled down lately. Still has 10 of her team's 14 points, including, in fact, each of the first 10. Jordan off to Markovic, back to Kamari. She holds it outside, still plenty of time on the shot clock, 14 seconds to shoot. This is Markovic at the midcourt circle, dribbling off to the left side, and Caitlin Aylward bounced into Maddie Kennedy, cutting to the hoop. Kennedy draws the foul. 11-point lead for the Fighting Saints as Maddie Kennedy looks for her first 2 points of the game. Kennedy this season, 4 of 7 from the free throw line. First shot is good. Just the second foul today called against Trinity Christian. It goes up against Katie Moran. It's their first foul of the quarter. Kennedy hits 2 of 2. 27 of 14 is the score. Saints nearly doubling up the Trolls here. This is Foster. Kelsey Foster, senior forward from Lincoln Way Central High School, fires into the corner for Toppin, drives, she banks it in. Good play, Brianna Toppin. She's got 4 points. Keeping Trinity Christian in it for now, down by just 11. As we start to get somewhat late in the first half here. Aylward, corner 3. Way off this time as she skims the top of the backboard. She had hit 2 3-pointers earlier from a similar spot on the floor. This one misses badly. There's a 3-pointer from Brianna Toppin. She's hot. Toppin has the last 5 Trinity points. She's got 7 for the game. And suddenly it's only an 8-point deficit for the visitors. St. Francis could use a bucket right here. Jordan bounces once and kicks it off to Aylward, outside Markovic. Cutting around a defender, she finds Adriana Acosta along the baseline. She passes to Maddie Kennedy, and Kennedy shoves it underneath to Caitlin Aylward, who has the open layup. Kennedy, nice assist, and Aylward's got 12 points. This is Giampapa working on Ivana Markovic. Step back 3, no good. Rebounded by Jordan. Trinity's just not going to get any second chances here. They've got to get a better shot than that on their first one as Jordan's pass is knocked away and stolen. Going the other way, it's missed by Selena Wanta. Drew some contact, but no foul call. Saints racing out of their way. Kamari Jordan spins into the lane and banks it in. Beautiful drive by Kamari Jordan. She's got 10. Two Saints in double figures now in the first half. 31-19 our scores. The clock ticks down under 6 minutes. Thrown away. Stolen by Kennedy. Ahead to Aylward. 3-on-3, and Aylward pulls it out. She finds Kennedy in the circle. Moved back around to Kennedy, down low. She looks for Caitlin Aylward, gets her right underneath the basket, and Aylward has an easy deuce. Full timeout called by Trinity Christian as the Saints have extended the lead to 14. 33-19 is our score, 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. 14, now the largest lead that St. Francis has possessed today. Caitlin Aylward, 14 points, 4 rebounds here in the first half. Kamari Jordan not far behind. She's got 10 points and 4 rebounds. Allie Giampapa started hot for Trinity Christian. She scored their first 10 points, but doesn't have any of the last 9 on 4 of 8 shooting. The rest of the team, just 4 of 14. And the rebound situation is not getting any better for Trinity Christian. The Saints have out-rebounded the Trolls 18-6. It's not as though Trinity doesn't have any size, but they don't typically play their taller players. Alyssa Mulligan is 6 feet tall. Brianna Markusik and Alexis Van Ryn are both 5'11". But of those 3, we haven't seen any court time tonight. The tallest player that we've seen is Selena Wanta, who stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. Certainly that lack of height contributes to their inability to get rebounds, but they play such a tough pressure defense as well. Double teaming along the perimeter, they oftentimes don't have a good presence down low. St. Francis has really taken advantage of that so far today. We're back underway. Trinity in control of the basketball. Bianchi passes into the corner for Toppin. Left side three-pointer way off the mark. Rebounded by Acosta. Kelsey Foster missed on that shot. Saints looking to extend their 14-point advantage. Acosta passes to Markovic, down into the corner, Nicole Davidson. Davidson has Aylward on the baseline, back out Markovic. Saints making the Trolls defense move. 8 on the shot clock. Markovic, Davidson bounces once, pass deflected and stolen. Foster on the deflection there. Katie Moran ultimately took it away. Giampapa drive, shoots from in the lane, no good. Steve Brooks thought she got away with a little shove there as well, but no harm, no foul. She missed the jumper. Acosta. Over to Markovic. Markovic drives and kicks back to Acosta. 10 on the shot clock. Haven't gotten it inside yet. They won't as Kennedy fires a 3. No good. Aylward offensive rebound. She puts it back in. Caitlin Aylward on her way potentially to a double-double tonight. She's got 16 and 5 here in the first half. And that's now 5 offensive rebounds and 10 second chance points for St. Francis. All of the rebounds have resulted in quick putbacks. Bianchi around the screen to the right, 6 to shoot. Toppin for 3. No good. Long rebound out to Aylward down in the corner. Ivana Markovic walks it across the timeline, directing her offense along the way. Bounced over to Maddie Kennedy. Back to Markovic. Wide open. She elects not to take the shot, driving the center instead. She finds Davidson underneath to the right side, and Davidson lays it in. Good find, another open layup for a St. Francis player. 37-19. A dominant first half score for St. Francis against a team that is receiving votes among the top 30 teams in the country. A little floater from Giampapa from 7 feet away misses, and Davidson battles for the rebound and wins that battle. Saints looking to make this a runaway in the first half. Maddie Kennedy Bounced over to Nicole Davidson. Back to Kennedy. Kennedy fakes to the right. Passes left side. Markovic. 3-ball. Good. Ivana Markovic. She's got her first 3. Saints lead by 21. 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Bianchi bounces to a cutting Giampapa. Fadeaway, misses short. And finally an offensive rebound for Trinity Christian. Katie Moran keeps the possession alive for the Trolls. Here's Bianchi on the drive. She's bumped and will head to the free throw line. Foul is called on Andriana Acosta. Jessica Bianchi gets a pair of free throws. Bianchi appearing in her first game of the season, and she's got her first point of the season. She was named the CCAC Conference Player of the Year this fall for Trinity Christian Soccer. Trolls were just knocked out of the national tournament last week, and so finally she's ready to get back to basketball. She makes both free throws. 40-21. Paige Gieske comes back in. Ivana Markovic sits down, I believe for the first time today. She's been out there for the first 18 minutes. And now I'm not sure what the cause of confusion is. We're not playing yet. The official had a quick word with Steve Brooks. Everything seems to be sorted out. So here we go. St. Francis basketball up by 19. Their largest lead is 21. Jordan turns around, fires to Gieske, who's able to keep it from going out of bounds. Back to Jordan, guarded tightly by Wanta. Davidson, cross court to Gieske, bounce down low, Caitlin Aylward, double team. Gives it up, nobody there. Loose ball picked up by Trinity. It's Wanta. Selena Wanta to the basket, throws it in. Saints have had a little bit of a problem with turnovers against a tough Trinity Christian trap. This time Wanta tries to trap Gieske, but instead trips her. One let her off. She's called for the foul. Aylward into Acosta. Acosta lays it in. Andriana Acosta has her first 2 points. 7 different Saints on the scoreboard now in this game. Giampapa with a hand in her face knocks down a 3. Allie Giampapa is finally back on the board after she had scored her team's first 10 points. She's got 13 in the game now. 1:05 to play in the first half. Gieske to Jordan. Jordan fakes to the left. Finds Acosta at the elbow. Back out to Gieske for 3. Good. Good ball movement. Leads to an open Paige Gieske 3-pointer. She's got 6 points in the game. Open 3 on the other end. Off the mark. Here comes St. Francis following the Brianna Toppin miss. Gieske dribbles it off the foot of Allie Giampapa and out of bounds. Kamari Jordan. Passing off to the left side, Gieske, back to Jordan. 11 on the shot clock, Davidson. Back to Jordan. Bounce in the corner, Davidson, baseline jumper. Short, rebounded by Trinity. Giampapa wants to run a little bit, but with 16 seconds on the clock and no shot clock, they may slow things down. 3-point attempt is good from Lauren Stokes. Stokes is on the board for the first time tonight. 3 seconds left. Here's Jordan, half-court heave. No good. It's halftime. Great first half. St. Francis, they lead Trinity Christian 45-29. They led by as many as 21 during the first half. And after falling behind 8-5, they went on an 11-0 run. And they have not looked back from that spot. All Saints so far today, but there's still 20 minutes to decide this thing. We'll see how these two teams come out looking after halftime. That'll be about 15 minutes from now. Until then, I'll step aside at the break. It's St. Francis 45, Trinity Christian 29. Welcome back to the University of St. Francis. We're less than a minute away from the start of the second half, so let me run you through some first half statistics. St. Francis leads Trinity Christian 45-29. They've outshot the Trolls 59% to 36. They've out-rebounded Trinity 24-8. That's maybe the biggest difference in the game right now. The Saints have 5 offensive rebounds. They've turned those into 10 second chance points, and if you just wipe those off the board, we got a game right now. As it is, it's a bit of a St. Francis blowout, not to the point that Trinity Christian can't make a comeback, but it's going to be awfully difficult for them at this point. For St. Francis, Caitlin Aylward leads everybody with 16 points. She's also got 6 rebounds, 2 steals, 7 of 10 shooting for Aylward, who has been phenomenal so far. Kamari Jordan, 10 points on 3 of 7 from the field, along with 3 free throws. She's also got 4 rebounds. 13 points for Ali Giampapa leads the way for Trinity Christian. She scored the first 10 points of the game for the Trolls, but just 1 3-pointer since then. She also leads the team with 3 rebounds. Selena Wanta's got 3 steals right now, and that's really the only thing keeping Trinity in the game. They have got 6 steals and have forced 7 turnovers compared to just 4 forced by the Fighting Saints. Just about set to get underway here. It is Ivana Markovic inbounding to Paige Gieske. Here we go. They've switched sides. The Saints going from left to right now. Markovic out to Gieske. Gieske's got 6 points. Kamari Jordan in the corner. Caitlin Aylward has it stripped by Jessica Bianchi, but gets it back. Jordan on the right wing. Passes over to Ivana Markovic. Paige Gieske on the left side. 7 to shoot. Markovic off to Jordan. Wide open 3. Kamari Jordan gets the second half off to a strong start. Boy, you just can't leave her that open. One of the best 3-point shooters in the conference, if not the country. And that one too easy for Kamari Jordan, who's now got 13 points. Here's Ali Giampapa, poked away by Aylward, but Giampapa gets it back, 15 on the shot clock. There's a 3-pointer short, rebounded by Gieske. Paige Gieske, as usual, gets the board and runs. She pulls up the 3-point line, passes out to Jordan. Ivana Markovic across to Jordan. Gieske on the right side to a cutting Markovic at the foul line. She bounces to the left side, floats it off the glass. No. Battle for the rebound, won by Aylward, and she's fouled going back up. Giampapa beside herself. She thought she got all ball on that block, but Aylward's going to the free throw line. Second foul called on Ali Giampapa. It's the first on the team. And Aylward hits the first free throw. Caitlin Aylward now 17 points, 6 rebounds. Aylward was the team's leading scorer coming in, averaging 14.3 points per contest as she misses on the second. But not nearly as efficient as she was a year ago, hitting just 37% of her shots. So to see her today at 7 of 10 from the field, a very encouraging side for Saints fans. 3-pointer misses from Giampapa. And here comes Kamari Jordan after picking up her 5th rebound off to Nicole Davidson. She flings it over to Paige Gieske. Here's Jordan. Not this time on the 3. She'll pass it off instead. Gieske bounces baseline to Aylward. Out to Jordan. Another open 3. Same spot. This time it misses short. Rebound saved by Aylward to Jordan. And another offensive board for St. Francis. That's 7 in the game. They've scored on each of the first 6. Aylward travels, so they will not score this time. Still forcing Trinity Christian's defense to work a little bit harder. Caitlin Aylward and Kamari Jordan combined on that offensive rebound. The two of them have been a magnificent combination. Aylward and Jordan by themselves have outscored Trinity Christian tonight, 30-29. That ball is thrown away. Bianchi not on the same page with her teammates. Caitlin Aylward scoops it up and throws it away. Intercepted by Giampapa. Ali Giampapa to the basket, bumped by Aylward. Bianchi, remember, just coming off of soccer season. She was an all-conference soccer player this year for Trinity Christian. They played their final game when they were knocked out of the national tournament on November 18th. So obviously, after a full soccer season, she's in good shape, but not necessarily basketball shape, as the first free throw goes in for Giampapa. That, though, the last possession was the first real mistake we've seen out of Jessica Bianchi, who checks out now as Toppin comes back in. She threw the ball away, just apparently not on the same page with the would-be cutter. 2 for 2 from the line that time. Giampapa's got 15. It's an 18-point lead for the Fighting Saints. Their biggest is 21. Jordan to Markovic. Down to Aylward in the corner against the double team. Back out to Ivana. Markovic finds Kamari Jordan. Jordan to Markovic. Soft pass, but she pulls it in. Aylward shakes free of the defender, and it's knocked away from her out of bounds. 6 on the shot clock. It'll stay with the Fighting Saints. Giesky will inbound. She gets it into Markovic. Driving a kick to Jordan. Long three. Short. Rebound. Goes to Caitlin Aylward. Another offensive board, and Aylward is fouled. Jordan had just 2 seconds left on the shot clock when she took that deep three-pointer. And it proved to work out nicely for St. Francis, even though it missed. Aylward got the rebound. Trinity Christian called for their second foul of the quarter. Third foul on Giampapa. Giesky out to Markovic for 3. No good. Off the back iron. Rebounded by Trinity. Here's Katie Moran. Handing it off to Lauren Stokes. Stokes steps into a 3, and this is short. Giesky soars for the rebound, and here comes Giesky ahead to Jordan. Jordan steps back. Markovic, wide open look, decides against it. She passes to Jordan. Covered three-pointer. She misses that one, and it's rebounded by Trinity Christian. Just over 6 minutes to play, third quarter. Saints have slowed down on offense. They've scored just 4 points so far in the period. Still a hefty lead, though. They were up by 16 at halftime. That lead is 18 now. We've seen just one combined field goal in the third quarter. Lauren Stokes is fouled by Nicole Davidson. And Stokes back to the free throw line, so a chance to add more points without anybody scoring from the field. Kamari Jordan hit a three-pointer a few minutes ago. Other than that, all of the third quarter points have come from the free throw line. And then Stokes adds one more. 49-32. 4 points for Lauren Stokes. Make it 5. See if St. Francis can get the offense going here. Aylward in the corner. Aylward has been out there the entire way. 25 minutes so far, but she throws the ball away this time. It's intercepted by Wanta. Lobbed ahead for Giampapa, who finishes on the layup, and that's enough for Steve Brooks. Not happy with the way this second half has come out. Timeout called by St. Francis. 14-point lead, 5:39 to play, third quarter. The Saints came out and hit a three-pointer on their first possession. Courtesy of Kamari Jordan. No field goals since then for the Fighting Saints, as their 21-point lead is now down to 14. Still a good lead with 15:39 to go in the game, but Brooks wants to pull away a little bit, make it slightly more comfortable for his team. Saints are playing their first game in 8 days. Last time they were out there was a week ago yesterday. They throttled Governor State 90-48. That was a home game, proving them to 3-0 in conference. They had the weekend off. They will not have this weekend off. Back out there on December 2nd at Holy Cross. That's Saturday afternoon. In fact, Saturday at exactly noon. They look to continue a good conference run here. Next home game after today is a week from yesterday, December 5th. Next Tuesday. That's a non-conference contest with Lewis University. Crosstown rival, now coached by former Fighting Saints head coach Samantha Quigley. But that's next week. Still today's game to deal with. 14-point lead, 5.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Kamari Jordan bounces over to Ivana Markovic. Paige Giesky bounces into the corner for Caitlin Aylward. Aylward pulls it out against the double team and swings it around to Giesky. Down low Davidson, out Markovic. 5 on the shot clock. Jordan, three-pointer. Off the mark. Aylward, easy rebound. She misses the putback, though. Kaylin Aylward was left unaccounted for on that rebound, but couldn't finish it off. There's a block by Paige Gieske. And tapped ahead to Ivana Markovic. Markovic wants to run one-on-one against Giampapa, and Giampapa with 3 fouls just backs off an easy layup for Markovic. She's got 5, the team's got 16 on Trinity. Here's Lauren Stokes over to Toppin. Giampapa, left side, guarded tightly by Markovic. That doesn't stop her from firing the 3. It's an air ball. Saints have come out of the timeout strong. Fired up a little bit. Aylward in the corner. Out to Kamari Jordan. Jordan's fouled. Foul called on Selena Wanta. That's just the team's 3rd of the quarter. It's the 2nd on Selena Wanta. Markovic looks to get it in. Gieske bounces to Aylward. Flies it out to Ivana Markovic. Crossed over to her left. She bounces inside the arc. Back out to Gieske. Over to the right side, Kamari Jordan. Jordan bouncing it in for Gieske, and she was well covered. Ill-advised pass that time by Jordan, and an easy steal. Brianna Toppin is hacked by Jordan. Jordan still barking at Gieske. Apparently not happy with the way she responded to the last offensive play. It was not where Jordan needed her to be. Kamari picks up a foul on this end of the floor. That's her first. It's the team's 3rd. And it's 2 free throws. First one of which is successful. Eight points for Brianna Toppin. Second shot is good. Acosta back in for the Fighting Saints. Somebody's got to sit down. It's going to be Markovic. It's 6 on the floor for a little bit there. Kelsey Foster is back in for Trinity Christian. Foster from right down the road here, went to Lincoln Way Central High School. Mari Jordan bounces it off to Paige Gieske. The freshman picks up her dribble, has the ball knocked away. And her arm was hit on the play. A foul is called on Selena Wanta. And that's the 4th on Trinity Christian, so they've hit their limit. Saints get a fresh 30 seconds, inbounded from the sideline. Gieske bounces low to Davidson. Back out to Gieske. Her pass is intercepted, and Gieske called for the foul. Pass just pulled out of the air right there by Selena Wanta. And Wanta immediately tripped up by Gieske. Her first foul. 14-point game here. This is not over. Trinity's got a lot of time to work with. Big possession for them right here following the turnover. Foster drives, lays it up, and draws the foul. That'll go against Gieske as well, so after not picking up a foul in the first 16 and a half minutes, she's had 2 in the last 10 seconds. And Markovic quickly off the bench. Sat down for less than a minute. First free throw is good. Trinity Christian's getting it done here in this 3rd quarter at the free throw line. They're perfect in the game, 9 for 9. That includes 7 for 7 in the 3rd period. And there's another one. So they got 8 points from the line. They have just 2 points from the field in the 3rd quarter, but the free throws are keeping them in the game, down by only 12. This is as close as they've been in quite a while. Aylward underneath extends the lead back to 14. Kaylin Aylward's got 19, closing in on her season high of 24. And there's a foul on Caitlin Aylward. She's called for the trip of Brianna Toppin. That's the Saints' 6th, so they're over the limit. 2 free throws here for Toppin, and the fouls continue to be a problem for St. Francis. They don't have anybody in foul trouble. Nobody's got more than 2. But they all seem to be shooting fouls, and that's where Trinity Christian is making their hay. 13-point game after the free throw from Toppin. She's got 10, joining Giampapa in double figures. Trolls remain perfect. 12 of 12 at the line tonight. Amari Jordan over to Ivana Markovic. Markovic pulls it outside. Bounce down into the corner. Aylward to the cutting Acosta. She receives the pass, takes a 12-foot jumper, missed it, got her own rebound, and she draws the foul here. This game's gotten a lot more choppy in the last couple of minutes. A very clean first half on the foul front. There were only 5 total fouls called in the first half. Here in the third quarter, there have been that many in the last minute of game action, as Acosta knocks down the first free throw. The 11th combined foul called in the third quarter, after again only 5 were committed in the entire first half. And the free throw shooting has been very good as Acosta makes them both. 2 teams have combined to go 19 of 20 at the line tonight. Only miss belongs to St. Francis. Giampapa at the top of the key, guarded by Markovic. Dribbles to her left side, now double team. Passes out to Moran. Katie Moran tries to bank it in, missed it a little bit too strong, and the rebound is tapped out of bounds by St. Francis. Fresh 30 seconds for Trinity Christian as they restart the possession from the baseline. Brianna Toppin sets herself for the inbounds play. And after a couple of dribbles, Stokes gives it up. Wanta. Jumper from the baseline is good. Trinity Christian getting a little bit hotter offensively. They've scored 14 points here in the third quarter, and they trail by just 12. Aylward out to Markovic. Long pass to Kamari Jordan. She airmailed her and out of bounds. Jordan took the blame for that one. Indicated to Markovic she wasn't where she needed to be in order to catch that pass, but regardless of who the mistake was on, it's a turnover. And Giampapa makes a mistake of her own as she just has the ball slip out of her hands. A big steal right there. Trinity had the potential to get within single digits on that possession. Now the Saints can add to their lead. Jordan pulls up. 2-point shot misses, and the long rebound goes to Moran, who quickly is called for a traveling violation. Game's starting to get uglier. It had much better flow in the first half, even if for Trinity Christian, offensively things weren't going too well. In the second half, a lot more starts and stops with some turnovers and a lot of fouls. Jordan off to Davidson left side. Whipped across to Markovic, top of the key. It's Kamari Jordan hitting a 3. Assisted by Markovic. She's got 16 points, and the Saints lead by 15. That was a big 3, slowing down this Trinity Christian rush. Nice move by Toppin to spin and get in the paint. She makes the layup, and that is, Celino Wanta with that bucket. Wanta's got 8 points, but a very nice move. Final minute of the third quarter. Kamari Jordan finds Acosta at the free throw line. Kick right back to Markovic. 3-pointer, too strong. Battle for the rebound. It's a held ball, and possession arrow is pointing the other direction. So it's Trinity basketball, down by just 13 with 38 seconds left. And before we continue here, the referee's going to have a word with Caitlin Aylward. She and Celina Wanta got into it a little bit there and wants to make sure this doesn't develop into anything more serious. So here we go. Giampapa, guarded by Markovic. Up top to Toppin, through her hands, and somehow she keeps it on the right side of the floor, very nearly over and back. 10 on the shot clock. Moran dribbles, kicks it out to Wanta for 3. No good. Chase for the rebound. It's won by Nicole Davidson. 10 seconds on the clock. Jordan thrown ahead for Aylward, and Aylward is fouled with 4.7 seconds on the clock by Giampapa. That's her 4th. Aylward had slipped in behind the entire defense If Jordan had seen her about a half second sooner, it may have been an easy layup. But Jordan did find her down on the other end of the floor, and it almost works out better because they still got 2 free throws here and forced Giampapa to pick up her 4th foul. Aylward hits the first free throw. Giampapa a little bit too aggressive pursuing that pass. Aylward hits them both. She's got 21, 4.7 on the clock. Here comes Toppin. 2 seconds. Toppin throws it up. No good. Third quarter comes to a close. St. Francis got a little bit of a scare there from Trinity Christian, but they finish it up strong, extending their lead to 15. Trinity did outscore the Saints in the third quarter, but a hefty deficit for them with 10 minutes to play. I'll get you the fourth quarter action in just a few moments. Right now, take a quick break. Ten minutes still to play here as we get set to start the fourth quarter. St. Francis 60, Trinity Christian 45. Caitlin Aylward has the double-double with 21 points and 10 rebounds. She's also got a couple of steals today for St. Francis. Very nice game today for the sophomore. Kamari Jordan, 16 points, 6 rebounds. She's hit 3 three-pointers. Allie Giampapa's got 17 points to lead Trinity Christian. Brianna Toppin, the only other scorer on the team in double figures. She's got 11. Trinity actually outscored St. Francis in the third quarter 16-15, but it's the Saints still with a big lead overall. They'll come back out onto the floor with Markovic, Jordan, Davidson, Aylward, and Acosta. And as they restart play here, we're underway in the fourth. Markovic out to Aylward. Swung around left side, Ivana Markovic. Into the corner, Davidson. Still 15 seconds on the shot clock against the double team. Aylward bounces to Acosta, who puts it up and in. Acosta off the assist from Aylward. 62-45, and Acosta's got 6. Here's Katie Moran on the drive. Up with the right hand, no, but a foul. Well, these fouls are what's kept Trinity Christian in the game. They have not missed a free throw yet tonight. 12 for 12 from the line. St. Francis, though, not that far behind. They've made 10 of 11 attempts. This free throw from Moran is good. Rebounds have been destroying Trinity Christian tonight. They came into today out-rebounded by an average of 12 per game, which is huge. But today they've been out-rebounded 35-15, so it's even above their average, well above their average. Jordan fakes to the right, dribbles to the left, and bounces into the corner for Nicole Davidson. Back out to Jordan and over to Markovic, right wing. Jordan, open three. No good. Rebound tapped by Aylward to herself, and she puts it back up and in. Aylward now 23 points and 11 rebounds as her fabulous night continues. She has not taken a rest yet in this game. She's been out there for the entire 31 minutes. Acosta fouls the shooter. The shot goes down. And now a chance at a three-point play for freshman forward Ellie Stevens. Stevens misses the free throw. First free throw missed today by Trinity Christian. And Stevens is just 3 of 8 now on the season. shooting foul shots. Pass by Markovic, intercepted by Giampapa. She was trying to save it from going back court. Giampapa turns it into a 3 on the other end. Faster than you can say Jack Robinson, a 5-0 run for Trinity Christian, and they're back within 12. Just over 8 minutes to play in the game. Jordan spins into the paint, bounces to Aylward, who reverses it and scores from the right side. Assisted by Jordan, Aylward's got 25. Toppin dribbles to the left. Thrown into the corner. The pass is taken away by Acosta. A steal for Adriana Acosta. Lauren Stokes just couldn't hold on to that one. Markovic sends it over to Nicole Davidson. To Acosta. Acosta in the paint. In and out on the jumper. Rebounded by Trinity. Thrown away. Was that deflected? It was not. St. Francis gets the ball back. Toppin let it go. I think she thought that Kamari Jordan had deflected that pass. Jordan never touched it. And the Saints take over, up by 14. Markovic dribbles to her right, gets inside and finds Aylward on the outside. Into Acosta, turnaround air ball. Davidson rebound, back up and in. Offensive rebounds right now and second chance points for St. Francis, just too much for Trinity Christian as the lead balloons to 16 with 7 minutes to play. Step back 3, Giampapa, no, rebounded by Markovic. Ivana Markovic across the timeline, passes over to Kamari Jordan. Left side, Nicole Davidson. Davidson's pass tipped, but into the hands of Aylward. Aylward dribbles the baseline and tosses it out to Markovic. Jordan fakes the 3, drives, spins, bounces to Davidson, and Davidson lays it in. The lead was down to 12 a minute ago, now right back up to 18. Nicole Davidson into double figures with 10 points. Third Saint to reach that plateau. Here's Stevens, short jumper, air ball, too long. Rebounded by Markovic, and she'll slow things down a little bit with the clock running down to 6 minutes and a big St. Francis lead. Acosta at the foul line, out to Markovic. Cross court, Jordan, 3, no good. Kamari Jordan has struggled a little bit with her shot tonight, just 3 of 11 from the outside. But she's done enough, 16 points. And she's contributed in a number of other ways as well, 6 rebounds and 3 assists in the game. At the foul line, this is Wanta. Selena Wanta drives on Aylward, spins around, and the turnaround jumper rolls around the rim and falls. Selena Wanta's got 10 points. Kamari Jordan bounces into the corner for Nicole Davidson. Outside Markovic, open 3. Markovic misses the 3. She had Aylward all alone underneath. Doesn't matter, the Saints get the rebound. Acosta outside, Jordan back into Aylward, and she's fouled. Caitlin Aylward back to the free throw line, where she's made 3 of 4 shots so far tonight. First foul on Lauren Stokes. And the first free throw is good. Paige Giese and Maddie Kennedy are back in. Kamari Jordan and Adriana Acosta take a seat. Aylward extends her season high total to 27 points. And it's an 18-point lead for the Fighting Saints. Jessica Bianchi back out there, steps outside the perimeter, bounces it down low. Wanta around Aylward, bounces it up off the back iron, gets the roll. So Selena Wanta performing well on offense, up to 12 points, and a timeout called by Trinity Christian. 30-second timeout with 4 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the game, and St. Francis with a seemingly comfortable lead of 72-56. Saints trying to win their 6th consecutive game and improved to 4-0 in conference. Entering play today was just St. Francis, Trinity Christian, Olivet Nazarene, and St. Xavier, who remain unbeaten in conference play. Olivet is playing Cardinal Stritch right now, and what should be a really good game between a couple of ranked teams. St. Xavier is hosting Roosevelt at the moment, who NAIA rankings came out earlier this week, and St. Xavier moved up into the #1 spot in the polls. St. Francis dropped 2 spots to #7. Still ranked #2 in the conference right now, and well on their way to their 6th consecutive win. Markovic keeps the ball in her possession and passes off to Maddie Kennedy. Down low, Davidson. Yep, Nicole Davidson underneath. 12 points for Davidson. Half of them have come here in the 4th. Trinity ball down by 18. Driving on Kennedy. Moran loses the ball and drops it out of bounds. It's another turnover committed by Trinity. And they nearly came away with a steal as Bianchi pressured Maddie Kennedy in the backcourt. Paige Gieske bounces it down low for Caitlin Aylward, but Bianchi jumps in front and knocks the ball out of bounds. Gieske into Aylward, but stolen by Celia Wanta. Wanta lobbed ahead for Giampapa, who lays it in. 15 turnovers committed by St. Francis now, and that's one of the risks is going up against a high-pressure defense like this, but one of the benefits is you're able to beat the pressure. You might get a lot of open layups, and St. Francis has today, although that one, an unforced error. 16th turnover of the game as the pass is fired out of bounds, and a timeout is called by St. Francis now as Steve Brooks tries to rein in the team, starting to make a few too many mistakes here late in the 4th quarter. 3:47 to play in the game. It's a full timeout. Saints up 16 at 74-58. And they've led this one pretty much since the jump. They were down 8-5, but then went on an 11-0 run and never looked back. In fact, after that 11-0 run, they have not been up by fewer than 6 points at any stage the rest of the night. Caitlin Aylward, the big star tonight, 27 points, 11 rebounds, 10 of 14 shooting for Aylward this evening. She's also got a pair of assists and 3 steals. And she has been on the floor for all 36 minutes plus so far tonight. So it's been a big game for the sophomore forward. Allie Giampapa has been the big performer offensively for Trinity Christian. She's got 22 of their 58 points. Saints shooting 50% this evening to Trinity's 40%. And they have out-rebounded the Trolls 41-17. That includes 13-2 in the offensive category. Here comes Trinity out of the timeout. Jessica Bianchi across half court. Bounce to Wanta. She'll try the long jumper from the top of the key. It's good for 2 points. Wanta has had a nice 4th quarter. She's up to 14 points. Paige Gieske throws it away. Loose ball picked up by Markovic, and Markovic is fouled by Katie Moran. Moran says she grabbed all ball, and if that had been the case, the possession arrow is pointing Trinity's way, so it would have been a takeaway. But Moran called for her 3rd foul. Kamari Jordan is back in after a brief rest. Here's Markovic over to Jordan. Jordan bounces over to Markovic once again. Baseline against the double team. It's Aylward out to Markovic. Saints taking their time here. Cross-court pass nearly intercepted. Jordan gets it, but she loses it. Ball pops out of her hands on the drive. 3 minutes left in the game. Giampapa for 3, short. And Aylward gets the rebound. I was about to say, Trinity wants to go on a run. They've got to start it right about now, and that's a big 0 up on the scoreboard on that possession for Trinity. They needed that 3. And now the Saints can take the air out of the ball and run a little bit more clock. They've already taken up 20 seconds. Markovic over to Jordan. Another three-point attempt. Jordan can't hit the three. Davidson comes down with a rebound, and she misses the putback. Aylward rebound. She misses. Gets it back. Blocked, and a held ball call. This time Moran does get her takeaway. Saints had 4 chances on that possession. They came up empty, but they took up over 30 seconds on the possession. And with a 14-point lead at this stage of the game, that's a pretty good consolation, even when you don't score. So Trinity needs points. They need them quickly. And instead they travel. Brianna Toppin picked up her dribble and clearly took a step before making that pass. Mental mistake right there from Toppin. And the Saints can just about put this thing away with a basket on this possession. Kennedy up to Jordan. Jordan pulls up, passes to Markovic. Left elbow, Kennedy. Down at the low post to Nicole Davidson, and Davidson gets it back out to Jordan. 13 seconds to shoot. Kennedy's pass is deflected towards the out-of-bounds line, but Giampapa keeps it in. She starts going the other way. Her pass to Moran is intercepted by Jordan. Jordan spins and loses the ball, and now we've got a timeout called by Trinity Christian before a held ball can be called. 1:50 to go, and it's a 14-point lead for St. Francis. Saints have gone ice cold on offense, but Trinity has not taken any advantage of that. First of all, they have not played with an enormous amount of urgency in this fourth quarter, and secondly, they're just not hitting their shots consistently. Little field goal percentage for the game down under 40. Actually, I take that back. It is exactly 40%, 20 for 50. They've got just 110 seconds with which to erase a 14-point deficit. Lauren Stokes will inbound from the sideline here. Goes into Brianna Toppin. Giampapa on the drive, stripped by Markovic, and the loose ball picked up by Nicole Davidson. And that should just about do it in St. Francis's favor. Still another minute and a half before it's official. Mari Jordan over to Manny Kennedy, back to Jordan. In the corner, Aylward finds Jordan, outside Markovic. Jordan, 10 to shoot, double team. Steps back, fires over to Markovic. Markovic drives with 5 on the shot clock. Her layup is blocked. Davidson picks up the loose ball and scores. Nicole Davidson has 14. Now we're in the final minute of basketball here. Remember, St. Francis men taking on the Trinity Christian men next, so stick around. Stokes is blocked, but a foul is called. So Lauren Stokes will get a pair of free throw attempts here as Kamari Jordan is called for a foul. First shot is good. Credit to Trinity Christian. They held tough in the second half after it looked like it was developing into a blowout as the rebound is knocked out of the hands of Nicole Davidson. Back to Stokes, who hits the three. It's a 4-point possession for Lauren Stokes. Saints led by 16 at halftime, and it did seem like the game was going decisively in their way. Trinity played a very tough second half. They have outscored St. Francis in the second half as a held ball is called. Possession arrow going to St. Francis. Nice job by Wanta and Toppin, both to reach their hands in, trying to take that ball away from Caitlin Aylward. 38.6 seconds left. Kennedy to Markovic, and they'll run as much shot clock as they can here. 14 seconds to shoot. Kennedy down into the corner, Davidson out to Markovic, right elbow. Markovic steps back, finds Jordan. Jordan fires it into Kennedy. Turnaround jumper, short. Offensive rebound. Aylward misses, gets her own board, back up and in. Aylward's gotten 3 rebounds on her own misses here in the fourth quarter, just padding her own numbers on a career best night in terms of the raw totals. A foul on the other end with 12.4 on the clock. Katie Moran's going to the free throw line. Caitlin Aylward now after that one, 29 points. She's got 16 rebounds in the game. Moran hits on her first free throw. She's got 3 points. 13-point game. And she gets them both, and unless Trinity decides to foul here, this should be the final score, 78-66, with just 7 seconds left. Now Aylward gets it. Passes off to Jordan, and Aylward now can just hold for the final few seconds. There's the buzzer. St. Francis victorious over Trinity Christian by a final score of 78-66. And again, this is a game that it looked like St. Francis had pretty well in hand at halftime. And Trinity made it a fight. They played a tough second half, cutting the deficit to 12. In fact, 12 is the final score, and that makes the game look a little bit closer than it actually was, because they were never at any point after the first quarter really closer than 12 points. But Trinity ended the game on a little bit of a run, and they fall by just 12 points this evening, falling to 5-4 on the year and ending their 4-game winning streak. St. Francis, on the other hand, now has a 6-game winning streak after opening up the year 0-2. They have not been defeated. They improved to 4-0 in conference. Let's take a look at some of the final numbers from this game as the men's teams begin to warm up for their 7 o'clock start time. St. Francis outshot Trinity Christian 48-41% overall. Saints got off to a hot start shooting threes. They were 6 of 12 in the first half, just 2 of 12 from the outside in the second half. And that's a big part of the reason the game tightened up as much as it did. Free throws were very kind to Trinity, 17 of 19. St. Francis good as well, 12 of 13 from the foul line. St. Francis out-rebounded Trinity Christian in this one, 48-17. And you may remember a few minutes ago I said that the rebound total was a very lopsided 41-17. So obviously that means that St. Francis got the last 7 boards of the game, but almost tripling up Trinity in rebounds, including 18 offensive rebounds. And there's your biggest difference in this one. The second chance points were dominated by St. Francis. Saints did turn the ball over 21 times. That was their big regret in today's games. Trinity Christian coughed it up 13 times on the night. Leading scorer in the game, Caitlin Aylward, who had 29 points and 16 rebounds. Kamari Jordan finished with 16 points in the game, and Nicole Davidson just missed a double-double. She had 14 points and 9 rebounds. Ivana Markovic led the way with 5 assists. For Trinity Christian, Ali Giampapa had 22 points, Selena Wanta 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists for the Trolls. St. Francis again improves to 6-2 overall, 4-0 in conference. Trinity Christian falls to 5-4, 3-1 in conference play. And now there are at most 3 unbeaten teams remaining. St. Xavier and Olivet also came tonight 3-0. St. Xavier playing Roosevelt right now, and Olivet had a 5:30 start time against Cardinal Stritch, so they should be probably early in the second half right now. Our final score here, St. Francis 78, Trinity Christian 66. That's going to do it for this broadcast, but we've got another one coming up. St. Francis men against the Trinity Christian men is just 27 minutes away, 7 o'clock start time to that game. As for the St. Francis women, they head to the road this weekend to take on Holy Cross on Saturday afternoon. Back at home next Tuesday against Lewis University at 7 o'clock. And we'll have that game for you right here on the Fighting Saints YouTube channel through GoFightingSaints.com. So make sure you tune in as many broadcasts as you can if you can't make it out to the court. That's it for now. Until next time, Terry Bonadonna signing off for St. Francis. I'll be back for the men's game at 7 o'clock.